Hey there, baby. Smoker's chugging. Hey, you might notice that the background looks a little different today. And yes, the smoker is running. It's running nice and clean, so you don't really see any smoke, which is as it should be. But supposedly the tree guys are coming today, and they're going to take this tree out. So up until last night, we didn't know that. They missed their last date, and they're supposed to come today in the afternoon. So I'm not going to waste 60 pounds of chuck, or not 60 pounds, $60 worth of chuck. I got this 6-pound chuck roast at like $10 a pound, but it's really nice meat from the Amish market. And as you know, beef prices are nuts these days. So we got to do what we got to do. So he cut it. I asked for 4 pounds. I got 5.8 pounds. I ended up cutting it into two. So they're 2.9 pound chuck roast right now, which is, the normal size. I wanted something slightly thicker that would take a little longer, and the ratio of bark to meat inside would be a little different. But in the interest of time, since the tree guys are coming, I'm hoping to get these to the point where at least they're wrapped before they come, and that'll make it a little easier on me to manage the cook while these guys are cutting a tree down all around me. So I've got my side entrance open here instead of the back door, and I'm in the middle of Amy's garden here. We got the mint patch back here behind the smoker. And then we got corn, yum, and that's a blackberry right there, and lots of other good stuff going on in this little garden. It's gonna be a little challenging because I'm kind of pressed for room, and I don't like being pressed for room. But and you might notice that I'm wearing the same clothes that I was in yesterday's video about the Lone Star Grills fire management basket. So there will be a shower and a change of clothes during the middle of this video. hopefully if I have time to do it. But one good thing I discovered yesterday is that this Lone Star Grills fire management basket actually makes my temperatures more consistent, and you can see it doing its job in there. Hopefully, I can't see from the sun glare, but you'll see the flames kind of curling towards the middle. Everything's focused towards the middle, and that's what those ventilation holes in the side of the basket are meant to do. And then you'll see a puff or two of white smoke come off at the end of these logs that are maybe not as seasoned as they ought to be because they've been in the shed. And then the white smoke disappears as it goes higher up because that oxygen's coming in from the side holes and straightening everything out. So yesterday what I found was that my smoker, when I had the vents set properly, and they're not right now, they're a little more open than they ought to be. I can't move it because it seems to be frozen. And again, I don't know if you can see that, but my temperatures are running 267. So not terrible. I just lit the thing like, I don't know, 45 minutes ago. So filled the water pan before getting everything actually, I lit the fire first, but it was barely going. And I just recently threw 2 small pieces on top of the 3 larger pieces I originally had in there just to kind of speed things up. I just wanted to get it running. So it's running 270 right now. It'll settle down. I don't think it's going to go all the way up to like 300 or anything. I'm going to choke it back just a little bit in a second here once I'm off camera. And I'm pretty confident from what I saw yesterday that the fire management basket will keep my smoke fairly clean. I will get blue. I've already become accustomed to no smoke at all, which is ideal. But I will accept a little blue smoke, which is what I was dealing with at my best up until this point, up until installing the fire management basket. So I'm going to start calling that the FMB, the LSG FMB. It's easy to say. So the LSG FMB is got me used to clean smoke, and I can choke it way down and still get blue smoke instead of white. So I've been holding this phone out at arm's length, getting a little shaky there. Anyway, that's where we're at right now. and the video will continue. Harry Sue says to use finely ground celery seed. I had a difficult time finding any finely ground celery seed, so I ended up using celery salt and just putting less salt on the meat. His reason for using the seed is so that you can control the amount of salt. These are big pieces of meat and they can take a lot of salt, so even if I salted as much as I normally do, which I didn't, it probably wouldn't matter much. So look at those two beautiful pieces of meat. We got some coarse ground black pepper, we got some salt, and we got some celery salt, and we got garlic powder. And again, like I did with my last video, which was baby backs, meatloaf, and brats, I was squirting the baby backs with a mixture of water and apple cider vinegar, according to the method that is used by Mad Scientist Barbecue. And I'm going to continue to do that. I'm going to try that on these, and I'm going to wrap them in this butcher paper once I get the crust to where I like it, and I'll finish them that way. The last time, you recall, I did a chuck roast. I ended up taking the chuck roast, slicing 2 thick slices out of a very large Cortland apple, setting the meat on top of that apple, and putting apple cider not quite up to the top of the apples. And it was a nice braise. The meat came out wonderful. It had a beautiful smoke ring on it. And it was tender and beautiful, and I put it in a stainless steel hotel pan with some tin foil over it. This time I'm going to try doing it just completely in the butcher paper the way I would with a brisket. So we're going to do a little experimentation here. Since I have two, it would make sense to do one each way, but I don't have any cider, and so I'm not going to be squirting them with cider like I did last time. This is what I'm going to do, and hopefully it'll come out good, and it'll be yet another way that we can do chuck and have it taste nice. Okay, people, I'm up around 242. I just threw another log in the fire. Love this Lone Star Grills fire management basket, the LSG FMB. Got some wood heating up in there. Chuck roast have been in there for about an hour and 15 minutes. Let's take a look and see. Oh yeah, starting to look nice. Starting to look pretty. Not even 2 hours in and these things are looking fantastic. Yeah. Okay, folks, I'm inside the house right now. You can see the smoker here in the background. The reason I'm inside is because it's pretty loud out there. They got the chipper running. I've been running good temps today because of that fire management basket. And we'll have a look-see at the meat. Looking pretty good. Got a spritz on there. Alright, I'm going to have to speak up a little here. Got chainsaws working in the background. I just want to show you where we're at. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. We're up to an internal temperature of about 190 degrees on the one that I have a probe in. So I just presume they're both about the same. They're about 12-15 degrees away from being done. I didn't wrap them, but they look nice, so I don't think I really need to. And sadly, tree's on its way down. But on the good side, I got a little bit of ash wood they're going to cut up for me, so I have some for the smoker. Kind of working without a table here, but I just wanted to get some good pictures, some video here. Beautiful color on these things. Took them up to about 205. I probed them a couple of times, 200, 202. Still give me quite a bit of resistance, and 205 came. I was talking with the tree guys, came over, gave them a probe, and man, they felt much more tender, so I figured rather than let them go too far and dry out, I'd take them out. But man, they're beautiful. I hope you can see that. I'm looking at my viewfinder on my phone and the sun's shining on it, so I can't really tell if you're getting the color or not, but they are looking good. can't wait to give these a try. The bottom side's got a lot of bark on them, and it doesn't look bad, but it's definitely darker and more crispy. So I'm looking forward to trying these out. Gonna let them rest for a while, maybe give them at least an hour. Slice into them and see what I got. Smell fantastic too. All right, folks, thank you for watching this episode of Smokers Chugging. The chuck came out what looks to be pretty good. Okay, so here's how it came out. Got a nice smoke ring. The meat looks nice and moist. Haven't tried it yet, but let's remedy that right now. Oh yeah. Pulls apart nice and easy. Tender enough. Moist. Tastes good. Smokers Chugging, baby. Just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay well, and God bless. Smokers Chugging.